All right, strap yourselves in because we're about to dive headfirst into a story that's overflowing with social mayhem, like seriously messed up signals and enough romantic tension to, I don't know, like power a small city.
Oh yeah, we're talking Jane Austen's Emma, but hold on tight because we're going to be giving it a modern twist that even Austen herself probably wouldn't see coming.
So no charming English village this time.
Yeah, I think like a luxurious penthouse apartment
Okay, I'm picturing it.
overlooking a crazy city skyline.
Nice. Okay.
Our main character, let's just call him Ethan Woodhouse. He's living the high life.
Ethan Woodhouse.
He's got the looks, charm, the money. Oh, and he definitely knows how to use them.
Ethan Woodhouse, huh? Sounds like a name that could like launch 1,000 dating app swipes.
He's got that same confidence, that, unshakable belief that he knows what's best for everybody.
Okay.
But instead of matchmaking, he's more of a, let's say, a player in the dating game. Loves the chase, loves the thrill of the conquest.
Commitment.
Not so much.
Okay, I'm intrigued. So who becomes the target of Ethan's? We'll call it guidance in this modern reimagining.
Enter Henry Smith, genuinely good guy who's, a little lost in the dating world. Ethan takes Henry under his wing, convinced he can, turn him into a smooth operator.
Oh, so Ethan's basically playing Cyrano de Bergerac, but with dating apps and, way more questionable motives.
Exactly.
Okay.
Ethan sees it as a challenge, a chance to, prove his expertise in the art of seduction. But, things never really go according to plan, especially when you're dealing with matters of the heart.
Let me guess. Ethan picks out a potential match for Henry, completely disregarding Henry's actual taste.
You know it. Ethan sets his sights on Elena Elton, an ambitious social media influencer. She's got a massive following, killer fashion sense, and a reputation for being unattainable.
Sounds like the kind of challenge Ethan can't resist. But wait, I'm sensing a but coming here.
Oh, there's a big but. All right. Henry is actually head over heels for somebody else. Rachel Martin, a down-to-earth artist who runs a small pottery studio.
Oh no, I can already see the disaster brewing.
Mm-hmm.
Ethan, blinded by his own ego, probably thinks Rachel is way too, ordinary for Henry.
Spot on. Ethan dismisses Rachel as being, beneath Henry's potential.
Okay.
He's convinced that Elena, with her glamour and online fame, is the key to elevating Henry's social status.
It wouldn't be a good story without someone calling out Ethan's ridiculous plan, right?
Right.
Who's our voice of reason in this modern-day Highbury?
That would be Nathaniel Knightley, Ethan's longtime friend, and more often than not, his exasperated conscience. Nathaniel sees right through Ethan's manipulative games. He recognizes Henry's genuine feelings for Rachel and can't stand to watch Ethan mess things up.
Classic conflict. I bet Nathaniel tries to warn Ethan about the impending train wreck, but Ethan's too stubborn to listen.
Nathaniel definitely tries to intervene, but Ethan, convinced of his own brilliance, brushes him off. Ethan's always been a bit of a lone wolf, trusting his instincts above all else.
And that's where it gets interesting.
Yeah.
What happens when Ethan's master plan starts to unravel? Does Elena even give Henry a second glance?
Well, remember that whole unattainable thing? Turns out Elena has her sights set on someone a little higher up the social ladder, Ethan himself.
Oh, the irony. It's like watching a master chess player get checkmated by their own pawn.
And it gets even better. Picture this. A swanky rooftop party. Elena is draped all over Ethan, showering him with attention.
Ethan's ego must be inflated to the size of a hot air balloon at this point.
Oh, totally. But just when he's starting to think he's won the game, Elena drops a bomb.
Don't leave me hanging. What kind of bomb?
She leans in close, whispers that she's completely in love with him.
Hold up. Is she serious? Or is this some kind of twisted power play? I can't tell with these characters.
That's the beauty of it. We're left wondering if Elena's being genuine or if she's just trying to use Ethan to, boost her own social stand-in.
This is juicy. But before we get lost in the drama of Ethan's love triangle, what about poor Henry? Where does he fit into all of this?
Well, Henry's completely oblivious to Elena's machinations. He's still pining after Rachel, trying to find the courage to tell her how he feels.
I bet Nathaniel is watching all this unfold with a healthy dose of "I told you so" simmering just below the surface.
Oh, absolutely. He's probably equal parts frustrated and concerned for Henry. After all, Nathaniel sees the real Elena, the one who's more interested in followers and brand deals than genuine connection.
Okay, so we've got tangled love lines, bruised egos, and a whole lot of miscommunication. Where do we go from here?
That, my friend, is a question for the next part of our deep dive. And trust me, things are about to get even more complicated with the arrival of a new character who throws everything into chaos.
Okay, we're back, ready to untangle, well, attempt to untangle the next layer of this modern-day Emma saga. Last we left off, Ethan was trying to figure out what to do with Elena's uh, sudden declaration of love. And then there's Henry.
Right. Still
You-
pining over Rachel.
Totally. And of course, Nathaniel probably thinking, I told you so. But before we go any further, I think a new character is about to crash this party.
Oh, yeah. Just when you think this love triangle couldn't get any more, twisted.
Oh, it's about to get good. All right, who is this mystery guest?
Okay, so his name is Frederick Churchill.
Frederick Churchill.
Basically, he's like the definition of tall, dark, and handsome.
Okay, I'm liking this already.
Just inherited a fortune from some distant relative.
Nice.
And he's, decided to celebrate by hitting up all the hottest spots in the city.
Okay, so we've got rich and charming added to the mix.
Mm-hmm.
I bet Ethan is seeing him as a rival for Elena's attention.
Oh, for sure. Ethan's competitive side, it kicks into overdrive the moment Frederick walks in the room.
Oh, this is going to be fun. But come on, there's always more to the story than meets the eye. I'm getting the feeling Frederick is not just another pretty face.
You're right.
What's he hiding?
Behind that charm,
Mm-hmm.
Frederick's hiding a secret.
Okay, now I need to know.
You ready?
Hit me.
Frederick's not just, a party animal looking for a good time.
Okay.
He's actually incredibly intelligent, and he's secretly working on this groundbreaking tech startup.
Whoa! That's a twist I didn't see coming. So he's playing this like carefree playboy role, but secretly he's like building a tech empire. That's that's pretty smart.
Yeah.
But how does this all tie into, the Ethan drama?
Well, you know how Ethan is, obsessed with social status?
Mm.
Frederick coming in kind of challenges his spot as, the alpha male of the group.
So it's a battle of the egos,
Yeah.
all masked by this casual flirtation,
Exactly. They're always trying to, one-up each other.
throwing the best parties, dating the most beautiful women.
Yep. All that.
But with all this going on, does anyone even notice what Frederick's really up to?
Well, there's one person who sees right through him, Jacqueline Fairfax.
So she's our modern day Jane Fairfax.
Pretty much.
What's her deal? Is she still, mysterious,
Yeah.
keeping to herself?
Jacqueline, oh, she's a total tech whiz, brilliant software engineer,
Oh.
works at a rival firm. She doesn't, fall for the typical charm. Money doesn't impress her.
So basically, she sees right through Frederick's, facade.
Oh, yeah. She's looking for substance.
Okay, so I'm already picturing the sparks flying between those two brilliant minds, both kind of hiding their true potential. But it can't be all smooth sailing. Jacqueline's got to have something holding her back.
Well, for starters, she's living with her aunt,
Uh-oh. Aunt problems, relatable.
Meredith Bates,
Yeah.
who, she's a little too into social media.
Oh,
Oversharing aunt.
you got it. Constantly posting these embarrassing videos online.
Oh, no.
But yeah, she's harmless. Me as well. So Jacqueline's kind of stuck in this, balancing act, trying to keep her privacy while dealing with an over-the-top aunt. Okay, I get it. But back to the romance. What's the vibe between Jacqueline and Frederick? Are they, circling each other, or is there some serious heat?
There's definitely something there, but, it's subtle. They challenge each other, push each other to think differently.
It's kind of hot.
It is. It's a battle of wits, which, hides this deeper attraction.
I love how even in this modern version, that Austen element is still there. That subtle attraction, that connection of minds.
Yeah.
But what about Ethan?
Yeah.
How does he react to Jacqueline coming into the picture? Does he see her as, another conquest? Or is he more focused on, taking Frederick down?
Ethan's definitely intrigued by Jacqueline, but his ego's more bruised by the fact that Frederick seems to have, captured her attention first.
So even seeing this as a challenge.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Okay, let me get this straight. We have Ethan, who's trying to, figure out Jacqueline. We have Frederick, who's secretly building this tech empire. And Henry, who's, still stuck on Rachel, who Ethan doesn't even see. This is getting messy. What's going to blow this whole thing up?
Well, remember how Frederick's been playing the carefree playboy role this whole time?
Okay.
He decides to throw this massive party at his, luxurious penthouse apartment.
Right.
It's kind of, solidifying his image as this ultimate bachelor, but it also sets the stage for a whole bunch of revelations.
Okay, a party. Things are about to go down when Austen throws a party into the mix.
Yeah.
So what happens? What kind of chaos are we talking?
Well, First off, everyone's there. All the big names in their social circle. Elena's there, obviously trying to get Ethan's attention.
Eventually.
Henry's there, awkwardly trying to connect with Rachel.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, Nathaniel's there, watching it all go
Oh,
down.
I bet he's loving it. So what about Jacqueline and Frederick? Are they finally going to, drop the act?
The tension between them.
Yeah.
Oh, you can cut it with a knife, but they're still, playing it cool. That witty banter that masks, what's really going on. But, everybody's got secrets. And at a party like this, secrets, they have a way of coming out.
Oh, this is good. All right, so we've got a room full of tension, hidden agendas, and, of course, unrequited love. What's the spark that sets everything off?
It comes in the form of a surprise announcement. Frederick, after maybe a few too many drinks, decides to let everyone in on his big secret.
He reveals the tech startup.
Not quite. He announces that he's, engaged.
Engaged to who? I thought he was supposed to be this, unattached playboy. This changes everything.
It does. And the most shocking part is his fiancée is none other than Jacqueline Fairfax.
Whoa. Hold on. I need a minute to process this. So they've been secretly engaged this whole time. But how?
Why? I have so many questions.
That's what's so great about Austen, even in this updated version. She lays the groundwork for these huge reveals, and you have to go back and think about everything you thought you knew about the characters. Okay, I am dying to know how everyone reacts to this.
Yeah.
Let's start with Ethan. He's got to be stunned.
Oh, Ethan is speechless. He spent weeks trying to figure out Jacqueline, convinced that she was into him, and now he realizes he's been, completely outplayed.
And Elena. She was all over Ethan just moments ago.
Yeah.
How does she handle this? This, sudden shift.
Elena! Ever the opportunist, she bounces back pretty quick.
Of course.
Starts calculating her next move. After all, tech mogul like Frederick, he's like an even bigger win than Ethan.
I can already see the wheels turning. So, the game of social chess continues. But what about Henry? He's so focused on Rachel, does he even notice what's happening around him?
Henry, bless his heart, is still trying to work up the nerve to talk to Rachel.
Okay.
He sees Jacqueline's engagement as maybe a sign, maybe he should take a chance too.
I'm rooting for Henry. He deserves some happiness after being caught in the middle of all of this.
He does.
So what about Nathaniel?
Yeah.
He's been the voice of reason this whole time, watching everything. How does he react?
Nathaniel, as always, is totally calm. He's not surprised, really. I think he suspected something was up with Frederick all along. He's also relieved for Ethan. That whole chasing after Jacqueline thing is over, although he's not so sure Ethan learned anything from it.
So we have a secret engagement, a room full of shocked guests, and Ethan's ego, which just took a major hit. Where do we go from here? Does this news force everyone to kind of confront what they really want?
That's what we'll talk about in the final part of our deep dive. Trust me, the journey to self-discovery.
Oh, it's just beginning. Okay, we're back, and it's time for the final chapter in our Modern Emma deep dive. Last time, things got pretty crazy. Frederick dropped the bomb that he and Jacqueline were engaged the whole time. Ethan was left speechless. Elena was already scheming, and Henry finally started thinking maybe he should just go for it with Rachel. So what happens next? Does everyone live happily ever after?
Well, the fallout from Frederick and Jacqueline's big reveal, it's massive. It shakes everyone up and makes them face some truths about themselves.
Let's start with Ethan. He's always been so focused on, winning, being the most desirable guy in the room. What happens when he realizes that maybe he's not?
This is where Ethan really starts to, figure things out. He's always defined himself by, his success with women, his charm, his ability to control every situation. But now he's dealing with something he can't manipulate.
Real connection.
Yeah.
So Frederick and Jacqueline, even though they were keeping it secret, they're kind of a reflection of Ethan's own emptiness.
Right. It forces him to think about what he really wants. Is it just another, meaningless fling, or is there something more he's been missing?
I bet Nathaniel plays a big part in helping Ethan, work through all of this.
Yeah. Nathaniel, always the voice of reason. He's the friend Ethan needs, even when he doesn't really deserve one. He sees something in Ethan, even when Ethan can't see it himself.
So what happens? Does Ethan have this huge epiphany? Does he become a totally different guy?
Not exactly a, overnight transformation, but things are definitely changing for him. He starts to question himself, why does he do the things he does? How has he been treating people?
And Elena, does she give up on Ethan and go after Frederick now that she knows he's, a tech mogul?
Elena, she sees Frederick's engagement as a challenge. She's not one to back down, especially when there's, social status and money involved.
But I doubt Frederick is as easily, swayed by her as Ethan was.
No, Frederick is all in on Jacqueline. They have a real connection, something Elena can't fake.
So Elena just plays the social media game.
Yep, making it seem like she's the one who got away.
Classic.
Yeah,
It's like Austen's commentary on social climate, but, in the digital age.
exactly. Austen was a genius. Her insights are timeless, even if the ways people try to, manipulate each other have changed.
True. Okay, but what about Henry? He's been so sweet through all of this. Does anything good happen to him?
Well, seeing Frederick and Jacqueline finally, come out, it gives Henry the courage to finally talk to Rachel.
Yes, go Henry. And Rachel, what does she do?
It turns out she had a thing for Henry all along. They're perfect for each other.
It's like that saying, opposites attract. The guy who's all about, appearances realizes that real connection matters more.
And the nice guy, who's always kind of overlooked, finally takes a chance.
So everyone finds some kind of happy ending, even if it's not what they expected.
Yeah, Ethan learns about real relationships. Selena learns that you can't, manipulate your way to happiness. And Frederick and Jacqueline prove that real love can survive even in the middle of all this crazy drama.
It's a good reminder that, sometimes the best things in life happen when we least expect them.
And for our listeners, maybe it's a reminder to, look a little deeper, question those perfect online lives people try to show. Real connection, it's out there. Sometimes you just have to look a little harder.
Great advice. Thanks for taking us on this wild ride through Emma. Until next time.